Hello guys and welcome to this drink review of Powerade Mountain Blast Zero Sugar. And man, there has been I want to say like 20 years since I had a Powerade drink. I don't think I ever had sugar free. I don't know. But it was the blue Powerade I liked back then, so I'll try this one out. Oh, Jesus Christ. Alright, okay, I assume that's how they're supposed to be. Now, this is gonna be annoying, the fact that it is, because I mean, it's the law that these things need to have a cap that's connected to this. But to try and drink from this, alright. Yeah, kind of smells the way I remember it. Pretty flavorless. But that could be because it is a sugar-free version, right? I assume the sugared version probably tastes the way I think I remember it being. Because when I drink like these blue drinks, they have the name Mountain Blast, Mountain Berry, whatever. In my mind, I always compare them to what I think the blue Powerade tasted like. And this one doesn't taste that way. It's pretty bland. It's kind of like, it tastes like water with something there. I do think the sweetness level is pretty good. Well, I mean, I do remember it being a lot sweeter, the thing that I'm comparing it to in my mind, but I mean, I guess that's the one positive I have for this, is that the sweetness level on this is pretty good. It's a pretty like low sweetness. If it only had more flavor, that would have been good. Because you don't normally get, a drink with this awful blue color, and it isn't like super sweet. And this type of like blue raspberry mixed whatever. So yeah, that's that. And my goal today is the fact that I want to build. In the last 2 days, I've been in the mood of just building a bunch of models. So I have built the Moloch's mob and these 3 elves, both from Warhammer Underworlds. They're all glitter bases except for this one right here, because of the fact that if I glue it to the base, it's gonna be horrific to actually paint the base, because you gonna have like this what's called thorn dress on, and good luck trying to get a brush between the thorn dress to hit the base. I'm not gonna be able to do that. So she is probably the only one I'll paint separately from her base. Or maybe I'll paint the base and then glue her to the base, and then I don't know, like I think for her, not gluing her to the base is the smart thing to do. But I had fun painting these two, and I've tried out a bit of the fact that you're on the Tamiya airbrush cleaner as plastic glue, and it worked. It works. I'm not using it directly from here, and you can see that normally it's clear, but I added, the sprue from when I built these directly into this one just to see if you can do that. I'm gonna have to put a lot more sprues into this, because I want to thicken it up a bit, because it was quite difficult to pour it from this. into this container because of how fluid it is. But yeah, and also, you know, put in a bunch of green and some blue into this one. And it is still pretty, what's called, fluid. I mean, I prefer this, that regular Tamiya cement, over the extra thin one. Because I like the little thicker, the longer dry time. And yeah, but I'm experimenting a little bit with how much sprue do you need to put in to make it a little bit thicker. And I think I'm a little bit happy with it. I mean, it's still a bit too fluid, but it works. I mean, I haven't had any problem with it being that fluid compared to what the normal just Tamiya cement. So maybe it's kind of like a don't. And the only thing I regret is that I used a green sprue. I should have used the blue sprue. So it could have been like a blue liquid instead of this army green with a little bit of blue sprue in it. Goodbye.